Hello students, Jinalisha welcomes you all on behalf of Saraswat International Academy. Today we will begin with the next part of the chapter, Cell the Unit of Life. Students, in previous video we have studied regarding in detail the structure of the prokaryotic cell. In today's lecture, we will be studying in detail regarding the eukaryotic cells. Now students, we know that the main difference between the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell is the presence of the nucleus. So when we talk about a prokaryotic cell, they do not have the well defined nucleus, which means their nucleus is not surrounded by the nuclear membrane. Whereas when we talk about the eukaryotic cell, the nucleus is surrounded by the nuclear membrane. And the other major difference between prokaryote and eukaryote is the presence of the membranous organelles. The membranous organelles, they are present in the eukaryotic cell but are absent in the prokaryotic cell. So students, in the today's video we will be studying regarding the eukaryotic cells and variety of the organelles present in the eukaryotic cell. We will also study regarding the presence of the membranes surrounding the cell. So let us begin with the topic eukaryotic cells. The eukaryote includes all protists, plants, animals and fungi. So which organisms come under the eukaryotes? They are protista, which are unicellular eukaryotes, plants, animals and fungi. These all three are the multicellular eukaryotic organism. In eukaryotic cell, there is an extensive compartmentalization of cytoplasm through the presence of the membrane bound organelles. What does it mean? Interior to the cell is the cytoplasm. Now this cytoplasm is divided into various compartments. Why the cytoplasm appears to be compartmentalized? Due to the presence of the variety of membrane bound organelles. Within the cytoplasm, membrane bound organelles are found, and due to that the cytoplasm appears to be compartmentalized. That is, you will see various compartments, layers within the cytoplasm. Eukaryotic cell possess an organized nucleus with a nuclear envelope. So nucleus is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. In addition, eukaryotic cells have variety of complex locomotory and cytoskeletal structures. So apart from membrane bound organelles and well organized nucleus, they also have locomotory structures as well as the cytoskeletal elements, which we will be studying in detail. Their genetic material is organized into chromosomes. Now, the major difference between the plant and the animal cell. Now we know that all the eukaryotic cells are not identical. There lie certain differences. So what are the major differences between the plant and animal cell? So plant and animal cells, they are different from each other. The plant cell possess cell wall, plastid and large central vacuole which are absent in the animal cells. So this is one major difference between the plant and animal cell. The plant cell have cell wall, they have plastid. One of the common plastid is the chloroplast, and they too have a vacuole in the central portion of the cell. All these structures are absent in the animal cell. And another major difference is the animal cells have centrioles and they are absent in almost all plant cells. So another structure is a centriole which is present in the animal cell but is absent in the plant cell. So these are the major difference between the plant and animal cell which are mentioned in your textbook. First is the cell wall, plastid and the vacuole which are present in plant cell but absent in the animal cell. And another difference is the organelle called centriole which is present in the animal cell but is absent in the plant cell. So these are the major difference between the plant and animal cell. This is the extra part only for your knowledge. Here you can see in detail the comparison between the plant and animal cell. Let us deal with it. Normally plant cells are larger than the animal cell, whereas animal cell are smaller than the plant cell. See students, these points are only for your knowledge. This is extra part. Whenever question is asked, you only need to write the things which are mentioned in the textbook. The cell wall is present in addition to plasma membrane, which consists of the middle lamella, primary and secondary walls, whereas the cell wall is absent in the animal cell. So cell wall which is mentioned in your book. Now cell wall के surrounding क्या होता है? So basically cell wall के different types होते हैं, primary and secondary cell wall. So basically this point is regarding the cell wall which is present in plant but is absent in the animal cell. Plasmodesmata, they are the cytoplasmic connections between the two cells. So this plasmodesmata, they are present in the plant cell but they are absent in the animal cell. Chloroplast, it is present in plant, absent in the animal. Large vacuole which is permanent is present in the plant cell. Normally आपकी बुक के अकॉर्डिंग एनिमल सेल्स में वैक्यूल्स होते ही नहीं है, but there are some exceptions may be there. So if vacuole is there, it is small and temporary. Now vacuole is surrounded by a membrane that is called as the tonoplast. So vacuole अगर plant cell में है तो tonoplast plant cell में present है, but it is absent in the animal cell. Centrioles are absent in the plants but they are present in the animals. Normally in plant cell the nucleus is present along the periphery, that is in the boundary of the cell, whereas in the animal cell it is present at the center of the cell. Lysosome is an organelle which are rarely present in the plant cell, they are always present in the animal cell. Normally in plant cell the stored food is in the form of the starch grain, whereas when we talk about animal cell the stored food will be in the form of the glycogen granule. So these are few differences between plant cell and animal cell. If question is asked in your examination, you need not to write all this point, whatever thing is mentioned in your textbook, only that points you will be writing. This is a diagram of a typical plant cell along with its various organelles. See students, here you can see that there is a cell wall and then after cell wall there is a plasma membrane, and this cell wall will have a middle lamella. Middle lamella is a cementing material which joins or adheres the two adjacent cell. Nucleus is there in the periphery. See, this is a central portion of the cell which is called as a vacuole. There is a nucleus which is surrounded by the nuclear membrane. Then these are various organelles which we will study in detail. Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, they are rarely but here it is shown. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum, plasmodesmata. What are plasmodesmata? ये जो tubular structures आप देख रहे हो, which are the interconnections between the two cells, and these are microtubules are the cytoskeletal elements. उनका function क्या है वो हम बाद में देखेंगे. ये सब structures we will be studying in detail. Ribosomes, mitochondria, peroxisome, chloroplast, these all are the various organelles present in the plant cell. And this is a typical diagram of an animal cell. Here you can see that cytoplasm is surrounded only by the one membrane, and that is the plasma membrane. There is a nucleus surrounded by the nuclear envelope. These are the various organelles. The outermost part is the plasma membrane. Then there are organelles called centriole, peroxisome, lysosomes, ribosomes, mitochondria, rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus. Nucleolus is a small nucleus-like structure within the nucleus, and the microvilli. All these structures we will be studying in detail. Now, first of all, we will be studying regarding the membrane. So, let us begin with the cell membrane, which is also called as the plasma membrane. The detailed structure of the membrane was studied only after the advent of the electron microscope in 1950s. That is, only after the discovery of the electron microscope in 1950s, the detailed structure of the plasma membrane was studied. Meanwhile, the chemical studies on the cell membrane, especially in the human red blood cells, enabled the scientists to deduce the possible structure of the plasma membrane. जब तक इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोपी डिस्कवर नहीं हुआ था तब तक डिटेल स्ट्रक्चर वाज नॉट स्टडीड, बट दैट टिल दैट टाइम जब डिस्कवरी होती गई टिल दैट टाइम the chemical studies on the cell membrane was carried out, and normally it was done on the, basically chemical studies were done on the human RBCs, and due to that chemical structure it was possible for scientists to deduce कि कैसा structure हो सकता है. They were able to say that yes कि cell membrane का structure कैसा हो सकता है. They were able to deduce, they were able to try to find out what could be the possible structure of the plasma membrane, and based on the chemical studies it was mainly the chemical studies on the plasma membrane proved that the cell membrane is mainly composed of lipids and proteins. Chemical studies से ये prove हुआ कि सेल मेम्ब्रेन का जो मेन कंपोजिशन है इज लिपिड्स एज वेल एज द प्रोटीन्स, एंड लिपिड्स में जो मेजर लिपिड्स है विच आर कॉल्ड एज द फॉस्फोलिपिड्स. सो आप लोग बायोमोलिक्यूल्स चैप्टर स्टडी करोगे तब यू विल सी दैट वेराइटी ऑफ द molecules are present in the living organism. So one of or two major molecules present in the living organisms are lipids and proteins. लिपिड्स के वैरायटी ऑफ टाइप्स है. वन ऑफ द टाइप ऑफ द लिपिड इज द फॉस्फोलिपिड. सो सेल मेम्ब्रेन या प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन में जो लिपिड्स होते हैं मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द लिपिड्स आर विच लिपिड्स? फॉस्फोलिपिड्स. So basically phospholipids are the lipids which are associated with the phosphate group. Those lipids which are associated with the phosphate group, what are they called as? They are called as the phospholipids. Now students, ये जो phospholipids है they are arranged in two layers. Say for example this is a structure of the phospholipid molecule. I'll show you the structure. This is a head like structure and this is a tail portion. So this is a structure of a phospholipid molecule. Now these phospholipids are arranged in how many layers? Two layers. So somewhat this is the arrangement of the phospholipid in the cell membrane. So chemical study proved that the cell membrane consists of proteins and lipids, and majority of the lipids present are the phospholipids, and these phospholipids are arranged in two layers, that is bilayer. Okay. Now the phospholipid molecule, it has a hydrophobic tail and a hydrophilic head. So two terms are there, one is hydrophobic and another one is hydrophilic. Any material that repels water, it is called as phobic. जो अट्रैक्ट नहीं करता है, जिसका डर रहता है, that is called as phobic. And philic means it attracts something. So hydro is related to the water. So hydrophilic material attracts water, hydrophobic material repels water, यानी ये water से दूर जाता है. So ये जो phospholipid molecule है उसके दो parts है. One is the head and another one is the tail. This part is the head and this portion is the tail. जो head portion है वो कैसा portion है? हाइड्रोफिलिक है, and जो tail portion है वो हाइड्रोफोबिक है. So the phospholipid molecule has a hydrophobic tail and hydrophilic head. The hydrophobic tail repels water and hydrophilic head attracts the water. Now ये जो arrangement है, what type of arrangement it will be? All the lipids are arranged within the membrane with the polar head towards the outer side and hydrophobic tails towards the inner part. Okay, lipids के दो part है, one is tail and another one is the head. So this portion is the head portion and this portion is the tail portion. Okay, arrangement कैसा है कि जो head portion है that is towards the outer side and tail portion is towards the inner side. Okay, outer side is the tail head portion and inner side is the tail portion. Now ये arrangement क्यों है? This ensures that the non-polar tail of the saturated hydrocarbon is protected from the aqueous environment which allows only the lipid materials to pass through it. So basically ये जो पार्ट है नॉर्मली ये जो अरेंजमेंट है उससे क्या प्रॉपर्टी होती है कि जो टेल पोर्शन है अगर वो बाहर की साइड होता तो बाहर की साइड तो कैसा एनवायरनमेंट होता है, फ्लूइड एनवायरनमेंट होता है, एक्वियस एनवायरनमेंट होता है. बट टेल इज विच टाइप ऑफ मटीरियल? हाइड्रोफोबिक. अगर टेल बाहर की साइड एक्सपोज होती देन इट वुड बी डैमेज. So this arrangement, that is head towards the outer side and tail towards the inner side, it ensures that the tail is protected from the aqueous environment. Okay. Now ये जो part है basically इधर का part नहीं है, it will be towards the next sentence. This arrangement also forms a water resistance barrier. ये जो arrangement है कि head towards the hydrophilic, head towards the outer side, hydrophobic tail towards the inner side, this arrangement forms what? A water resistance barrier, and this allows only the lipid molecules to pass through it. Okay, now question arises, ये जो lipid bilayer है वो ऐसा अरेंजमेंट है लिपिड्स का कि वो जो लिपिड में जो भी मटेरियल सोल्यूबल होते हैं उनको ही पास करने देती है सेल के अंदर. बट स्टूडेंट्स, मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द मटेरियल्स आर सोल्यूबल इन वाटर, बट वाटर सोल्यूबल सब्सटेंसेस तो ये लिपिड पास नहीं करने देती है. तो हाउ विल द वाटर सोल्यूबल मटेरियल, जैसे ग्लूकोज है जो वाटर में सोल्यूबल है एंड ग्लूकोज जो मेन फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी है, वो कैसे सेल के अंदर जाएगा? हाउ विल द ग्लूकोज एंटर इनसाइड द सेल? सो उसके लिए आई टोल्ड यू मेम्ब्रेन किसकी बनी है? प्रोटीन्स एंड लिपिड्स की. सो दिस प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल्स विच आर प्रेजेंट in the cell membrane allows the water soluble material to pass through it. So ये lipid and protein दोनों साथ में मिलकर variety of substances को membrane से cross करने देते हैं. In addition to phospholipids, it also contains the cholesterol. Okay, lipids दो type के इधर present है. One is phospholipid. फॉस्फोलिपिड इज द मेजोरिटी, मैक्सिमम लिपिड जो सेल मेम्ब्रेन में होता है वो कौन सा है? फॉस्फोलिपिड. अनदर एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द लिपिड इज कोलेस्टेरॉल एंड दिस कोलेस्टेरॉल इज ऑल्सो प्रेजेंट इन द मेम्ब्रेन. बट कोलेस्टेरॉल का काम ट्रांसपोर्टेशन से लेना देना नहीं है. it only stabilizes the membrane. What is the function of the cholesterol in the membrane? It stabilizes the membrane. Basically membrane semi fluid membrane है. Okay? So ये fluid को maintain करने का काम किसका है? तो cholesterol. Later biochemical investigation clearly revealed that membranes also possesses proteins and carbohydrates. So proteins and lipids का तो मालूम था, but along with that carbohydrate detailed further studies also concluded that it also consists of the proteins along with the carbohydrate. The carbohydrate molecules of the membrane are short chain polysaccharides. They are present on the exposed surface of the cell membrane. Suppose ये cell membrane है, okay, suppose this is a lipid bilayer, okay. So इसका जो exposed portion है वहाँ पे ही कौन रहता है? The carbohydrates. They are associated with protein as well as lipid molecules. जहाँ जहाँ proteins and lipids है वहाँ पे carbohydrates join होते हैं. अकेले नहीं रहते, फ्री नहीं होते हैं. नॉर्मली दे आर अटैच विद द प्रोटीन्स एंड लिपिड्स ऑफ द सेल मेम्ब्रेन. And what do they form? Glycoproteins and glycolipids. If it is associated with protein, it is called glycoprotein, and if it is associated with lipid, it is called as glycolipid. Now, ये जो association है of carbohydrate with lipids and proteins, what do they form? They form a cell coat which is called as the glycocalyx. जैसा ग्लाइकोकैलिक्स आपने प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल में देखा था, यहाँ पे भी एक कोटिंग जैसा बना देता है on the free surface of the cell. The ratio of protein and lipid varies considerably in different cell types. So कितने amount में protein and lipid होगा, that will be different depending upon the type of the cell. Human beings में RBCs की बात करते हैं, erythrocytes की बात करते हैं. So in that approximately 52% is the protein and 40% is of the lipids. Now next component of the cell membrane is the protein. हमने किसका study किया? We have studied regarding the lipids, which are majority of them are phospholipids arranged in the lipid bilayer form, which is having a hydrophobic tail and hydrophilic head, right? Another lipid was the cholesterol. Then there was the presence of the carbohydrate. Now which type of proteins are present within the cell membrane? So the proteins are found intermingled between the lipid bilayer, यानी intermingled यानी बीच बीच में, lipids के बीच बीच में क्या present होगा? Proteins present होंगे. Depending upon the ease of extraction, कैसे easily, क्या हम easily proteins को remove कर सकते हैं या नहीं? The membrane proteins can be classified into two types. One is integral proteins and another one is peripheral proteins. दो टाइप के प्रोटीन्स प्रेजेंट है मेम्ब्रेन में. दिस क्लासिफिकेशन इज बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट? वेदर दे कैन बी एक्सट्रैक्टेड इजीली और नॉट. ऑन दैट बेसिस देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ द प्रोटीन्स फाउंड इन द मेम्ब्रेन. One type of the protein is the integral protein and another one is the peripheral proteins. Peripheral proteins, they lie on the surface of the membrane. Suppose ये lipid bilayer है, okay? Suppose this is a लिपिड बाइलेयर स्ट्रक्चर. कोई प्रोटीन ऐसा सरफेस के ऊपर है, सो दैट प्रोटीन्स आर कॉल्ड एज द पेरिफेरल प्रोटीन्स. बट दोज विच आर बरीड इन द मेम्ब्रेन, ये मेम्ब्रेन के बीच में है, सच प्रोटीन्स आर कॉल्ड एज द इंटीग्रल प्रोटीन्स. सो पेरिफेरल प्रोटीन्स, दे लाई ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ द मेम्ब्रेन, whereas integral proteins, they are partially or totally buried in the membrane. Peripheral proteins could be easily removed. क्यों? क्योंकि they are present on the surface. But as the integral proteins, they are buried, they are inside the membrane, they could not be easily removed. Now, some of the integral proteins, they have a very large molecules that project on the both the surfaces of the phospholipid matrix. Suppose a phospholipid bilayer है, okay? This is the phospholipid bilayer. Now, few of the integral proteins are such that कि उनके molecules इतने बड़े होते हैं कि ये membrane की दोनों side से बाहर की तरफ आते हैं. And such large integral proteins, they are called as the transmembrane proteins. What are they called as? They are called as the transmembrane proteins. So that was regarding the proteins. प्रोटीन्स दो टाइप के होते हैं, पेरिफेरल विच लाई ऑन द सरफेस एंड अनदर वन आर द इंटीग्रल विच आर बरीड पार्शियली और टोटली इन द मेम्ब्रेन, राइट. एंड ये प्रोटीन्स कहाँ पे प्रेजेंट होते हैं? दे आर इंटरमिंगल्ड बिटवीन द लिपिड पार्टिकल्स. So such improved model of the structure of the cell membrane was proposed by Singer and Nicholson, widely accepted as fluid mosaic model. So बहुत सारे scientists ने cell membrane की study की and one of the widely accepted structure of the cell membrane was proposed by Singer and Nicholson, and the model given by them was called as the fluid mosaic model. According to this, quasi-fluid, quasi it means partly solid and partly liquid, that is semi-fluid nature, okay. So according to this, or according to the fluid mosaic model, nature of the lipid enables the lateral movement of the proteins within the overall bilayer. Okay, according to the model given by Singer and Nicholson, called as the fluid mosaic model. So according to the fluid mosaic model, पहली बात तो ये है कि लिपिड्स दो लेयर में होते हैं, लिपिड बाइलेयर. नाउ ये लिपिड बाइलेयर में प्रोटीन्स दे कुड इजीली मूव. दे इन द लिपिड बाइलेयर देयर विल बी द lateral movement of the proteins possible. Okay, लिपिड्स का जो नेचर है, लिपिड्स के वजह से प्रोटीन्स को लेटरली मूव विद इन द लिपिड बाइलेयर, and this ability to move within the membrane is called as the fluidity. Okay, अगर कोई सब्सटेंस फ्लूइडिटी अलाउ करेगा तो ही सब्सटेंस का मूवमेंट पॉसिबल होता है. So the ability of the substance to move within the membrane is called as the fluidity, and due to fluidity proteins could laterally move within the membrane. नॉट ओनली प्रोटीन्स, लिपिड के मॉलिक्यूल्स भी अपने नेबरिंग मॉलिक्यूल के साथ पोजीशन चेंज कर सकते हैं. से फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज अ लिपिड मॉलिक्यूल, राइट? These are the lipid molecules. Now this lipid molecule can move towards this side and this molecule can also move towards this side. So this is called as what? Fluidity. Fluidity is the ability of the substances to move within the membrane. And as the proteins and lipids could move within the membrane, it was called as the fluid mosaic model. एक टर्म आया फ्लूइड. क्यों फ्लूइड? बिकॉज द प्रोटीन्स एंड लिपिड्स मॉलिक्यूल्स दे could move within the membrane. So this ability to move within the membrane is called as the fluidity, and due to this fluidity the name is fluid mosaic model. फ्लूइड क्यों बोला? क्योंकि मॉलिक्यूल्स प्रोटीन्स एंड लिपिड्स मूव कर सकते हैं. अभी मोजाइक क्यों बोलते हैं? वी विल सी दैट. The lipid molecules can move sideways in their layers, changing the places with their neighbors, which is known as fluidity. It also allows the proteins to move within it. And the scattered nature of the protein molecule gives the mosaic part of the model's name. Proteins कैसे है? इधर उधर अरेंज है. Suppose ये lipid का bilayer है. Okay, we will see how the proteins are arranged. Suppose this is a lipid bilayer. Okay. This is a lipid bilayer. Now ये lipid bilayer में proteins किधर भी इधर उधर arranged है. So proteins का arrangement कैसा है? Scattered है, किधर भी arranged है. And due to this it gives the mosaic like appearance, and hence the mosaic part is due to the say fluid mosaic model. Fluid वाला part है वो lipid की वजह से है. मोजाइक नाम क्यों दिया है? क्योंकि प्रोटीन्स कैसे अरेंज है? स्कैटर्ड, एंड हेंस इट इज कॉल्ड एज द फ्लूइड मोजाइक मॉडल. नाउ प्रोटीन्स का काम क्या है? हमने देखा कि लिपिड्स का तो काम देख लिया कि वो लिपिड सोल्यूबल सब्सटेंसेस को इजीली पास करने देंगे. प्रोटीन्स से प्रोवाइड स्ट्रक्चरल एंड फंक्शनल स्पेसिफिसिटी टू सेल मेम्ब्रेन. They are involved in the transport of the molecules across the membrane. So proteins के different roles है. They allow the variety of substances to cross membrane. सिर्फ लिपिड होती तो कौन से मॉलिक्यूल पास हो सकते थे? लिपिड soluble substances. But majority of the molecules are water soluble and they too are present in the ionic form. So ये आयंस को मेम्ब्रेन से क्रॉस करने का काम या वाटर सोल्यूबल सब्सटेंसेस को मेम्ब्रेन से क्रॉस करने का काम किसका है? सो इट इज द वर्क ऑफ द प्रोटीन्स. सो प्रोटीन्स प्ले डिफरेंट रोल्स. Some of the proteins are involved in the transportation of the material across the membrane, and those proteins which are involved in transportation are called as the carrier proteins. Proteins also act as the enzymes. They also act as the receptors or antigens. So proteins का दूसरा काम क्या है? So some of the proteins will be acting as the enzymes and they will accelerate the rate of the various chemical reactions. And another protein act as the receptors. Receptors यानी से for example hormones है. Hormones को काम करना है सेल के अंदर जाके. लेकिन हॉर्मोन्स अगर सेल के साथ बाइंड नहीं होंगे तो वो सेल के अंदर जाएंगे नहीं। सो ये जो बाइंडिंग का काम है वो कौन करता है? रिसेप्टर्स। सो दैट इज द रोल ऑफ द प्रोटीन्स। दे प्ले द रोल ऑफ द कैरियर, they play the role of the enzymes, and they also play the role of the receptors. The cell membrane is often described as the protein iceberg in the sea of lipids. से पूरा लेयर तो लिपिड का बना है, एंड ये लिपिड में स्कैटर्ड अरेंजमेंट में कौन होता है? प्रोटीन्स। सो इसको क्या बोलते हैं? प्रोटीन आइसबर्ग्स इन द सी ऑफ लिपिड्स, because proteins freely shift sideways in the fluid lipid matrix. Membrane must remain fluid to function properly. अगर membrane fluid नहीं होगी तो उसका functioning नहीं होगा. That is, if it solidifies, permeability changes and enzymatic protein also becomes inactive. So अगर membrane solid हो गई, if it solidifies, what will happen? परमिएबिलिटी चेंजेस। नॉर्मली मेम्ब्रेन कैसी होती है? सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन होती है, बट अगर सॉलिडिफाई हो गई तो परमिएबिलिटी चेंज होगी, एंड प्रोटीन, सम ऑफ द प्रोटीन्स ऑफ द मेम्ब्रेन आर एक्टिंग एज व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू, दे प्ले द रोल ऑफ द एंजाइम्स. So if membrane solidifies, the enzymatic proteins will become inactive. The fluid nature of the membrane is also important from the point of view of functions like cell growth, formation of intercellular junctions, secretions, endocytosis, cell division, etc. So fluid nature of the membrane, दूसरा, it also plays the other roles, like it is very important for the growth of the cell. अगर solid होती तो cell growth possible नहीं होता. फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द इंटरसेल्युलर जंक्शंस, दो सेल्स के बीच में जंक्शंस बनाने के लिए हेल्पफुल थे. सिक्रीशन, देन एंडोसाइटोसिस, दैट इज मूवमेंट ऑफ द सब्सटेंसेस इनसाइड द सेल, सेल डिवीजन, एक्सेट्रा. सो दिस आर द वेरियस functions carried out by the cells, and these all functions are carried out by the cell membrane due to its fluid nature. So see students, here you can see the structure of the cell membrane. This is a complete layer of a lipid. आप देख सकते हो कि this is which part? The hydrophilic part, and another lower part is the hydrophilic. अब ये जो सब parts है, these are the proteins which are present in the phospholipid bilayer. देखो ये लिपिड का स्ट्रक्चर आपको ऐसा ऐसा दिखाया है, राइट? नाउ ये जो बाहर प्रोजेक्टेड पार्ट्स है वो कौन है? प्रोटीन्स है. एंड ये प्रोटीन्स और लिपिड के ऊपर ये जो स्ट्रक्चर्स है, दिस आर द कार्बोहाइड्रेट और शुगर मॉलिक्यूल्स. एंड मेम्ब्रेन के अंदर जो येलोइश स्ट्रक्चर है वो कौन है? कोलेस्टेरॉल है. एंड ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट प्लेज द इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल. नाउ मेजर फंक्शन ऑफ द plasma membrane is the transportation. So how the transport of the substances occurs through the plasma membrane? How the materials are transported through the plasma membrane? Which are the processes through which the substances crosses the plasma membrane? One of the most important function of the plasma membrane is the transport of the molecules across it. It is a selectively permeable membrane which allows some molecules present on the either side of it. Okay, it is semi-permeable membrane. It is a selectively permeable membrane. Last lecture में मैंने explain किया था कि permeability क्या होती है. What is permeability? Movement of the substances across the membrane. If each and every molecule can pass through the membrane, it is a semi-permeable membrane. If only solvent can cross, it is if all the materials, whether that is all solvents and if all solutes can cross, it is a permeable membrane. If only solvent can cross the membrane, semi-permeable membrane. If solvent and few selected solutes can cross, it is called as selectively permeable membrane. VIP membrane बोलते हैं. VIP क्यों? क्योंकि वो थोड़े लोग को ही अंदर जाने देती है. So selectively permeable membrane allows the selected substances to cross the membrane. And plasma membrane is which type of membrane? It is a selectively permeable membrane. And lastly is the impermeable membrane, जो कोई भी substances को membrane से cross नहीं होने देगा. So, plasma membrane is which type of membrane? A selectively permeable membrane which allows the selected substances to cross through it. Now, based on it, transportation majority two types के होते हैं. One is the passive transport and another one is the active transport. There are two types of transportation. One is the active transport and another one is the passive transport. Materials can be transported by two ways. One is active way and another one is passive way. So, the transportation in which no energy is required for the transportation of the material. ऐसे transportation के जहाँ पे energy की requirement नहीं है, that is called as passive transport. And active transport, it means the energy is required. जब कोई भी मॉलिक्यूल को ट्रांसपोर्ट करने के लिए एनर्जी की रिक्वायरमेंट है, देन इट इज कॉल्ड एज द एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट. So molecules can be transported either of the two ways. One is passive transport without the use of the energy, or by active transport with the help of the energy. So many molecules can move briefly across the membrane without any requirement of energy, and this is called passive transport. So when molecule crosses the membrane without the use of energy, it is called as passive transport. Passive transport के दो टाइप्स है. वन इज सिंपल डिफ्यूजन एंड अनदर वन इज द फैसिलिटेटेड डिफ्यूजन. यानी कोई भी मॉलिक्यूल इफ इट मूव्स फ्रॉम द रीजन ऑफ हायर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन टू लोअर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, यानी एक मॉलिक्यूल एक जगह पे ज़्यादा अमाउंट में है एंड वही मॉलिक्यूल दूसरी जगह पे स्मॉल अमाउंट में है. सो जब मॉलिक्यूल हायर रीजन से लोअर रीजन में जाता है, then what is it called as? It is called as the passive transport, okay, or simple diffusion. यहाँ पे it is called as what? Simple diffusion, okay. लेकिन कोई molecules move तो higher से lower में ही कर रहे हैं, लेकिन डायरेक्टली वो मेम्ब्रेन को क्रॉस नहीं कर सकते. उनको कोई फैसिलिटी चाहिए, किसी की हेल्प चाहिए. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल दैट हेल्प इज प्रोवाइडेड बाय द प्रोटीन्स. सो अगर कोई मॉलिक्यूल हायर रीजन से लोअर रीजन में आ रहा है विद द टेकिंग हेल्प ऑफ द प्रोटीन, देन इट इज कॉल्ड एज द फैसिलिटेटेड डिफ्यूजन. सो पैसिव ट्रांसपोर्ट के दो टाइप्स है, सिंपल डिफ्यूजन एंड फैसिलिटेटेड डिफ्यूजन. दोनों डिफ्यूजन में एनर्जी की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि सब्सटेंस तो कहाँ से कहाँ मूव हो रहे हैं, फ्रॉम द हायर रीजन टू द लोअर रीजन. न्यूट्रल सोल्यूट्स में क्रॉस द मेम्ब्रेन बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ सिंपल डिफ्यूजन. न्यूट्रल सोल्यूट्स यानी कोई भी चार्जेस नहीं है. along the concentration gradient, that is from higher concentration to lower concentration. Water also move the membrane from higher to lower concentration, and movement of the water by the diffusion is called as osmosis. Listen very carefully students. सोल्यूट्स क्रॉस कर देंगे, अगर वाटर है या कोई भी सॉल्वेंट है वो भी मेम्ब्रेन को क्रॉस करेगा फ्रॉम द रीजन ऑफ हायर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन टू लोअर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन. सो जब भी वाटर का मूवमेंट या कोई भी सॉल्वेंट का मूवमेंट हो रहा है फ्रॉम हायर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन टू लोअर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, व्हाट इज इट कॉल्ड एज? इट इज कॉल्ड एज द ऑस्मोसिस. सो इन सिंपल टर्म्स, डिफ्यूजन ऑफ द solvents is called as what? Osmosis. As the polar molecules के जिसमें charges होते हैं, as they cannot move through the non-polar lipid bilayer, they require a carrier protein for the to facilitate their transport across the membrane. So अगर कोई charge particle है, polar particle है, okay, अगर उसको membrane से cross करना है, उसको मूव तो करना है फ्रॉम हायर टू लोअर, बट बीइंग पोलर, बीइंग चार्ज्ड, उनके पास चार्जेस है, आयोनिक फॉर्म में है, इसीलिए वो डायरेक्टली मेम्ब्रेन को क्रॉस नहीं कर पाएंगे. इसके लिए they will take the help of the protein, and this diffusion is called as what? Facilitated diffusion. A few ions or molecules are transported across the membrane against the concentration gradient, that is from lower to higher concentration. Okay, so some molecules are transported across the membrane from the region of in which manner? In the region of lower to higher concentration. What is that called as? Active transport. And always active transport will require the energy, and that energy is provided in the form of the ATP. Such transport is an energy dependent process in which ATP is utilized and is called as active transport. एंड एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट के लिए जो प्रोटीन्स यूज होते हैं उसको बोलते हैं पंप. पंप आर द प्रोटीन्स ओनली, बट दे आर द स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ द प्रोटीन्स जो मॉलिक्यूल्स को लोअर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन से हायर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन की ओर लेकर जाते हैं. So this is regarding how the materials are transported across the membrane. See students, this is the transport of the molecules. ये प्रोटीन चैनल है. तो देखो ये प्रोटीन चैनल क्या करती है कि सम सब्सटेंस तो इजीली डायरेक्ट लिपिड सोल्यूबल सब्सटेंसेस देखो डायरेक्टली जा चुके हैं, बट थोड़े प्रोटीन्स के हेल्प ले रहे हैं. तो ये प्रोटीन्स का हेल्प लेकर ये एक साइड से दूसरे साइड लेकर आते हैं. एंड दिस आर द कैरियर प्रोटीन्स. कैरियर प्रोटीन्स कैसे काम करते हैं? पहले मॉलिक्यूल के साथ बाइंड करेंगे, फिर अपना पोजीशन वो चेंज करके एक साइड से, देखो पहले इसने बाइंड किया, बाइंड करके ये स्ट्रक्चर बनाया, बाद में ये सब्सटेंस को उसने रिलीज किया. So this is how the transportation of the molecules occur across the membrane. So that was the detailed structure of the cell membrane. Now another membrane present in the plant cell is the cell wall. So non-living rigid structure called cell wall forms an outer covering of the plasma membrane of fungi and plants. So fungi में and plants में exterior to the cell membrane another layer is present which is non-living and rigid, and that non-living rigid layer is called as the cell wall. Now what is the function of the cell wall? It gives the shape to the cell and protects the cell from the mechanical damage. ये दो काम तो करता ही है. It not only gives the shape to the cell, यानी shape देता है, apart from that it also protects the cell from the mechanical damage and infection. But उसके अलावा दूसरा function क्या है cell wall का? So it helps in cell to cell interaction and provide the barrier to the undesirable macromolecule. So cell to cell interaction, दो सेल को interact करने देता है, दो सेल से molecules को pass होने देता है. एंड दूसरे अनडिजायरेबल जो भी मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल्स होते हैं उसको वो अंदर नहीं आने देता है. सो व्हाट आर द वेरियस फंक्शंस ऑफ द सेल वॉल? इट प्रोवाइड्स द शेप टू द सेल, इट प्रोटेक्ट्स द सेल्स फ्रॉम डैमेज एंड इन्फेक्शन, इट हेल्प्स इन सेल टू सेल इंटरेक्शन, यानी दो सेल्स के बीच में कम्युनिकेशन होने देता है. एंड फाइनली इट डज नॉट अलाउ द अनडिजायरेबल मॉलिक्यूल्स टू एंटर विद इन द सेल. बैरियर प्रोवाइड करता है, अनडिजायरेबल मॉलिक्यूल्स को अंदर नहीं आने देगा. नाउ algae have a cell wall. So algal cell wall is made up of cellulose, galactans, mannans and minerals like calcium carbonate. This is very important. What is the composition of the algal cell wall? So cellulose तो होता ही है, but along with that other biomolecules like galactans, mannans and minerals like calcium carbonate are also present. Whereas plants में क्या होता है? Cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin and protein. So plant cell wall is made up of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectins and proteins. And हमने fungi का cell wall देखा है. It is made up of fungal cellulose which is called as the chitin. So composition of the different cell wall is very important for NEET as well as for your boards. Now the cell wall of a young plant cell which is called as the primary wall, it is capable of growth which gradually diminishes as cell matures, and secondary wall is formed on the inner or towards the membrane side of the cell or towards the primary cell wall. Okay, जो initial cell wall होता है that is called as the primary cell wall. हम एक डायग्राम ड्रॉ करते हैं. से फॉर एग्जांपल ये सेल मेम्ब्रेन है, Now this is what? This is the cell wall. This is the cell membrane and this is the cell wall. Now जो पहले cell wall बनती है that is called as the primary cell wall. ये initial young जो cell wall होता है that is called as the primary cell wall. बट जब जैसे जैसे सेल मैच्योर होता है वैसे प्राइमरी सेल वॉल डिसअपियर होता जाएगा एंड एक अंदर की तरफ एक नया लेयर बनेगा एंड दिस इनर लेयर इज कॉल्ड एज द सेकेंडरी सेल वॉल. व्हाट इज इट कॉल्ड एज? इट इज कॉल्ड एज द सेकेंडरी सेल वॉल. सो प्राइमरी सेल वॉल के अंदर की तरफ एक नया वॉल बनता है दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द सेकेंडरी सेल वॉल. There is a middle lamella which is a layer made up of calcium pectate. It holds or glues the different neighboring cells together. Okay, cell membrane में क्या होता है और it is surrounded by middle lamella which is made up of the calcium pectate. and ये middle lamella का काम क्या है? सीमेंट का काम. दो सेल को ज्वाइन करने का, ग्लू करने का काम किसका है? मिडल लेमिला. The cell wall and middle lamella may be traversed यानी crossed by plasmodesmata which connects the cytoplasm of the two neighboring cells. Say for example ये एक सेल का सेल वॉल है, ये दूसरे सेल का सेल वॉल है, ये दोनों के बीच में मिडल लेमिला है एंड ये दोनों सेल्स के बीच में साइटोप्लाज्मिक कनेक्शंस होते हैं एंड दिस साइटोप्लाज्मिक कनेक्शंस आर कॉल्ड एज द प्लाज्मोडेस्मेटा. So plasmodesmata, they are the cytoplasmic connections between the two adjacent cells. So that is regarding the cell wall. So these were the two biomembranes हमने study किया. One is cell membrane and another one is the cell wall. Now endomembrane system. While each of the membranous organelles is distinct in terms of its structure and function, many of these are considered together as an endomembrane system because their functions are coordinated. Now we will deal with the various organelles, membranous organelles which are present within the cytoplasm of the eukaryotic cell. Now each and every organelle का structure different है और each and every organelle का function different है. But students, some of the organelles, membranous organelles which are found within the cytoplasm of the within the cytoplasm of the eukaryotic cell, they form the endomembrane system. Endo, inside, membrane, membranous organelle. So some of the organelles found within the cytoplasm of the eukaryotic cell, they form the endomembrane system. क्यों? क्योंकि उनके फंक्शन एक दूसरे से रिलेटेड है. देयर फंक्शंस आर कोऑर्डिनेटेड विथ ईच अदर. सो दोज ऑर्गेनल्स विच आर कमिंग अंडर द एंडोमेम्ब्रेन सिस्टम आर endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes and vacuoles. What is endomembrane system? They are the group of the organelles whose functions are associated with each other. What are endomembrane system? They are those organelles within the cytoplasm of the eukaryotic cell whose functions are coordinated with each other. So the organelles which are included in the endomembrane system are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes and vacuole. एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम का फंक्शन किससे? ये सबके फंक्शंस एक दूसरे से रिलेटेड है, कोऑर्डिनेटेड है एंड हेंस दे फॉर्म द एंडोमेम्ब्रेन सिस्टम. जब इसके स्ट्रक्चर्स एंड फंक्शंस आप स्टडी करोगे तो आपको ज़्यादा क्लियर होगा कि व्हाई डू दे फॉर्म द एंडोमेम्ब्रेन सिस्टम. नाउ remaining organelles, that is, since the functions of mitochondria, chloroplast and peroxisomes, they are not coordinated with the above components. Mitochondria का, chloroplast का and peroxisome का function ये ऊपर के organelles यानी कि endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes and vacuoles से related नहीं है. Hence they are not considered as the part of the endomembrane system. So which organelles form the endomembrane system? Endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, lysosomes and vacuoles. Why? Because their functions are coordinated with each other. But functions of mitochondria, chloroplast and peroxisomes, they are not coordinated with the above organelles, and hence they are not the part of the endomembrane system. So, students, I end my lecture here. Now in the next lecture we will be studying regarding the various organelles. Thank you, students.